Ele só queria entender e aumentar a comunicação entre as pessoas. Depois de um curso de pós-graduação na Califórnia, criou uma rede para falar com os amigos que hoje tem mais de 48 milhões de usuários. Mesmo que você não participe, alguém conhecido deve estar lá. A conversa de hoje é com o Orkut Büyükkökten, o criador do site Orkut. Orkut, have you ever thought your invention would be such a commercial success?
I was expecting it to be a successful service, but I wasn't expecting it to be so popular in Brazil. That was a really nice surprise.
And many people get to know each other in the website, and other people finish their relationships because of what they see in their partner's scrapbook. Do you feel responsible for those beginnings and breakups?
I think relationships are all about honesty, and there are cases where someone is not honest to their significant other, and it becomes like a lot more transparent and obvious online, and that's why people end up breaking up. And I don't think like we are responsible as a service. People are even people on cyberspace, and the same behavior you see online is the same behavior you see on services like Orkut.com.
And in previous interviews, you said you didn't know why Orkut was so popular in Brazil. Now that you came here, do you have the answer?
Actually, in the previous interviews, I said we don't know the exact reason why it's so popular, but we have like some theories. Personally, if you ask me why it's so popular, I would say it's a combination of factors. First of all, it's the very friendly Brazilian culture where everyone has like a very friendly personality. They like sharing, communicating. The second one is the heavy internet usage. We have a lot of like Brazilians who are tech-savvy users who like to like browse the internet. Another reason is the fact that it was invitation only, and it was something hip and cool to be a part of. So everyone wanted to be like a part of it. Also, the interface and the site itself was very easy to use. Even though a lot of people didn't speak English, they had no problem using the service at all because everything was very intuitive. And there are other factors like competition and nationalism, where, for instance, Brazilians want to have like the most number of members on the site, so that they could become number one, and that also draw people to invite their friends and friends of friends on the site. Another reason is hitting the influencers. Sometimes you hit the connectors in the community who invite all their friends, and you get the exponential curve by passing the tipping point. And I think like these are all factors that contributed to the success.
And some months ago, the Brazilian government censored some communities linked to politics and crimes. What do you think of this kind of control?
So we have a privacy policy terms of use and also community standards. And we always get feedback from our users about profiles or communities that are questionable, and then we take the appropriate action. And we have a lot of tools in place, and most recently we implemented a direct hotline for the government where they could report us any profiles or communities that are questionable directly. And once we get these reports from the government, we process them like all the other reports and then take the necessary action, which could be like removing the community if it doesn't obey our community standards.
And did other websites like MySpace or Hi5 affect Orkut audience?
No. I mean, there are so many social networks out there, and you see new ones emerging all the time.
And the merger of communication companies makes big media corporations. Do you think it's harmful to the internet diversity?
I think it's on a case-by-case basis. In some cases, it might be great and useful. In some cases, it might be harmful.
And after Google Talk and videos, what is the next step of Orkut?
Yeah, we launched like a lot of features, and just recently we launched polls on communities, where community owners can like create polls and people like can contribute to submissions. As Google, we don't announce upcoming products and features, so I can't really like talk about what's coming up next, but I can tell you that we have a lot of engineers working on very exciting features.
And how often do you access your Orkut page?
Multiple times a day. I wish I spoke Brazilian, so I could understand my scrapbook. But
And your profile is really you there?
there are a lot of profiles, and that are like fake profiles, and as we like see them or as people complain, we remove them. But I have a real profile on the site, and you can see that it's real by looking at my friends list, and also by looking at the number of scraps, because I have over like 500,000 scraps, because I get scraps all the time.
Thanks a lot.